Oh. Oh, hello. Hello. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have a voice today. It's a very cracky voice. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still sleepy. My coffee did not wake me up again. My coffee tolerance has gotten higher. And I am loathing it because now a cup of coffee does not wake me up and I'm sad. How are you doing, Dan? How are you doing? Are you ready for broadcaster chaos? I'm not. I'm gonna scream. I'm not ready to scream. I'm ready for some crazy Neil though. Crazy Neil deals. We need them deals.
And have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
Oh, turn the volume just a tad bit down so I'm not drowned out by Dave, my beloved. Absolutely. Let me go. Hopefully that's okay. Let me know if it's not okay.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
I'll turn it up a wee bit this way. There we go.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Yeah. I think that's about the perfect mix so far. Let me know otherwise. Let's go! Welcome, James. Welcome, Jane. Alright. Hello, Ramin.
Well, that's a
Tea.
very blunt question.
What about the tea? What is tea?
Is lying to you.
What do you mean by tea? Do you want some tea? Do you need some tea? I have like 7 different varieties, maybe 10. Choose your tea.
But now you start to see, yes, the people
Alright.
never happy.
Alright.
Never enough.
Now that I'm done making fun of Roman's letter T,
I cannot believe you.
we can play the game. Additional content!
Saying that advance have cured death.
Jog off.
No, we can't play it. We're still in the campaign. No!
We're just in prettier cages.
See, I have a cup of double durian. Tea bags in my cup. Goddamn. You're a braver soul. Day 242! What is happening there? Why is someone crying? So we went through the FNAFs. We went through being electrocuted. Like barbecue. We're apparently running the sprinklers. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon in the summer with you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You head into the pantry, taking a moment to remember when it used to be your mother's room before coming out with the last 2 slices of homemade cake. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in the house. You savor every moment. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie. Charlie. If you censored everything but the swear words, just a long constant beep beep book beep 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 shit beep 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 goddamn beep. Damn. Hold on, I got yawn. Hold on. You can hear him practically running to come find you. He's grinning from ear to ear when he does. I have some really big news! You and Sam playing along, sitting attentively with bated breath. Ready? Charlie asks, you both nod. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents it to you to both examine. And as he announces, as of today, I am a member of the first tier of Cohesion Cadets. There's way more stuff I'm gonna be doing and I'll be working some weekends, but it's really cool. You're thrilled! Ah. I'm thrilled for my boy! Even though Miss Broadcast Lady was like, wow, you're fucking boring, bitch! Do something more fun. Whoa. worrying that. Shopping, something that has always been so tedious before the sanction, has become even more of a chore. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO emblazoned, approaches the car and knocks on the side of the window. Sir, do you know how fast you're going? Yeah, 0, because I'm fucking stuck here, dude. Roll down the window. Psh, 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 psh. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? I'm sorry, I don't have one. Ah, that's not a problem. We got forms right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. Young man gestures to his colleague behind him. A woman is... Well, How do you say no to him? How do you be like, fuck you? In a dictatorship, you kinda have to play along and be like, yeah... I suppose I might as well. Quickly takes down your personal information. Quite a bit more than you were expecting. You're done with the promise of your very own team membership card winging its way to you soon. Hello, Radio, welcome! That's so great! Don't forget to keep an eye out for the new team lottery! Oh, now they got gotcha? They got gotcha now? Pats the bottom of every card and win free prizes just for having the card? Fantastic. I mean, I do like free shit. I like my free. Free is free. I'll take it. I think! Riveting. One of your few days off, it's Saturday. I wish it... Well, no, not really. I don't wish it were Saturday already. It's Friday. I gotta enjoy my first day off. Fridge staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Don't you dare be late. It's probably... I better go to work. I gotta make the money. We're in debt. We're in debt. We're broke ass poor. I missed my anniversary, but I think my wife would understand. We need the money. We're struggling. It's the depression. I need to work. We can celebrate when I don't have to work. I understand we'll give you a lift. A drink or two might help. Hopefully it won't be too bad. A national news night. Ooh. Wait, this is fancy as fuck. Fancy as fudge. Look at all that. It's so fancy. I don't have nearly enough fancy clothes for this. Gotta show up like a clown in style. Really, at the Sauvignon, one of the oldest and grandest hotels. You're surprised to see a queue to get in, but quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is. Probably the fanciest place. I'm having imposter syndrome. I don't belong here. I'm let in. You're directed to the grand ballroom. Following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale and the amount of armed security guards. I'm already Winston. She currently checks her wits before whispering something to the waiter. You made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Emmanuel here to your table. That's a lot of glasses. That's a lot of alkies or grape juices. A waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors. Immediately you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You feel a slight tap in your arm and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at the table in the center floor area. Clearly you're in Bozeman's good books at the moment. Are sat with some colleagues you've seen around the channel, but don't know too well. One of them informs you, far too excitedly, it's a very corporate evening of awards and speeches. Dinner is lovely, and with the help of wine, very expensive grape juice, and conversation flows easily enough. In fact, much to your surprise, you're actually presented with an award for Best Newcomer to the Channel 1 family! I got an award! Wah! Take that, job! I got an award! As you walk up to collect it, you recognize the presenter as Dr. Adrian Atskin-Blimey of Incisors fame. He thanks Advance for sponsoring this year's gala before specifically thanking Prime Ministers Julia and Peter. As you take to the stage, you see the frontmost central table does indeed seat the Prime Ministers, as well as Bozeman, Megan, and some other very well-to-do types. That explains all the security. As you're handed the award, he'd ask if you'd like to say words. No, we don't make the joke. We don't make the joke. We splutter out some thank yous. Applause breaks out in the room. Both Peter and Julia stand up to magnanimously accept it before saying the night's not about them, but thanks all the same. As you head back to your seat, you see Bozeman nodding at you with a satisfied smile. I'm in the good books. I'm getting a raise tonight, baby. I'm getting a raise. You can't stop me. Ba, 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 ba. As you turn to see Bozeman walking briskly past with Julia and Peter, you're pretty sure he was pointedly ignoring you. He seems to be introducing the Prime Minister to a selection, well, better them than you. Let's do a few speeches and head home. It was a nice night. Might actually look forward to the next one if I get invited. I'm still getting a raise, probably. At least $1 raise. Maybe nothing too fancy. When do I get to work the broadcast again? The heat wave. Oh, hey! What is this game even about? Oh boy, you are about to see. You are about to see. I got no telephone. I don't got a telephone. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on the power first.
Down the sun, have you?
I got a new VCR.
Wax wings. Classical illusions are no substitute for
Importance of registering.
Yes, but he is our gun-toting
Family-friendly holiday.
I don't know what the fuck his name is.
And then we're supposed to play the advanced shit.
Right, keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So we've got to get actual
Okay, so now we got to
That good enough for you?
keep an eye on
4.
this.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
Ever since these illegal sanctions were imposed, we have greatly relied upon
I don't know what this is about, but sure.
friends who, like us, refuse to recognize their legitimacy. Today's escalation, however, is nothing short of an act of war. We call upon our international allies.
A table fan is triggering you?
Absolutely.
Why?
And we warn aggressors to this country that we
Let's
are
just keep it the
neither
panel cool. What's it doing? It's your biggest fan.
Thank you.
I didn't actually understand anything she
Blowing
just
off
said.
steam. Ailing athlete Johnny Hamsleeves has announced today that due to general indifference, he'll be retiring from public life. Johnny, who recently split with long-term partner Tiffany Lamar, is still facing an uphill battle with a rare medical condition. But today said he will now be devoting his time to a new hobby in what could be his final months. Meditation has helped me conquer my inner turmoil, Johnny said, from a particularly uncomfortable...
Well, I used to sleep.
Clearly, he's opting to step out of the limelight.
You are getting very sleepy.
And banging on and on and on about Christmas. In it to win it. Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one.
Ooh.
Kiss me, Flardy. The nation's favourite all-rounder, the humble Flard, has risen to new heights today after a surprise announcement. The news that Flard fans all over the territory have been waiting for is finally here. In a statement met with universal delight, Remington's Fist unveiled the next chapter for their faithful family favourite, the Flard. Advance have come to deal with the manufacturing giant, purportedly for a whopping 4 million units, and have been named the territory's official Flard supplier.
We have made Flard so popular. You're welcome. I can't wait to play Crazy Meals.
14 Flards into the sky as a symbol of peace and prosperity.
I feel like we're playing FNAF. I'm having Neil withdrawals, don't you worry. It's tape number
As the
1.
captain leading their rescue mission is announced. The trapped team have survived in the cave system for many months now, but hope is on the horizon as the expedition leader is announced by the Board of Underground Theoretics. A respected professional with decades of experience, training and knowledge, Captain Audrey Aerospace is said to be the only real choice to successfully save the troubled scientific excursion.
She's got it, she's got it. She's in it to win it.
Burning down the house? The Capitol was put on high alert last night after disrupt terrorists set an emblematic fire in the heart of Parliament Park. Violent conflict broke out at the demonstration after a mob of so-called protesters from the radical group launched an unprovoked attack on community cohesion officers in attendance. With the methods of this incredible...
Turn up the volume of my headphones. I got the volume really low on my computer. There we go, I can hear. I can hear again!
Mad Badger Fortingly Davis of the 1st Mounted Bastards Brigade said his men were, and I quote, oiled up and ready for action. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this
Robin and Megan.
Football Championship.
5, 4, 3,
That's all up on
2,
tonight's
1.
National Nightly News.
Scoob! Wah! Oh shit. No! No! I need to turn it on again! Come on! Ah!
But first tonight,
It's cooling
our
down.
correspondence has been dispatched to every corner of the country
Sir?
to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns of the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
My eyelids are sweating, it's beautiful.
Carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Sunstroke and fossil fuels?
I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll...
Oh, that's the beeping! I'm like, what else is beeping? Hello?
Really, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks
no!
to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote.
No, no, my fan turned off!
as expected, everything
Why did it turn off?
absolutely fucked. Hang on. This.
Oh shit!
This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, "Why, God, why?"
We should be
That's a mood. Why God? Why?
I think. Yeah?
We need to evolve gills within 40
You
years.
look thirsty.
We need to evolve. Okay, I bought it. I bought it. I'm gonna evolve gills. I got this. I got this.
Can't go around looking
Whoa,
like that.
shit!
There you go, much better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophie for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is
It's
running
running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
So some unsavory language.
I'd like to thank Dr. Burns.
No.
Reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some action.
The ratings are going to heck.
Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership.
Panic! It's all falling apart.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Where's my
I'm in
panic
Scritchford
button?
with Gary Failsafe, Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those.
I didn't hear. The segue.
Amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good.
All we had to do was fill in a quick form
Okay.
or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know.
My fan's off again.
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury at one of the capital's top
Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely
I
terrific.
turned it up just slightly. I gotta drop myself out with game sound.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the 6.
Uh-huh,
When the ambassador came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh. How unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
My fan is off again. Why does it keep turning off?
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Why?
To hear one.
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the
Patrick
lottery, or
Bannon
were
is
there other
next.
reasons?
I'm sure we're going to Jeremy first.
The boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna have to bleep soon.
Haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
Oh,
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right.
I'm
you
a little
are.
concerned.
Today on the show there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Here, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely.
Why?
Would you encourage other people to enter?
Is he really showing off his poop? What the hell?
What are you looking for? Take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way.
Avert your eyes and blinks.
Crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for
Wait,
today.
was I supposed to bleep that?
Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which was recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have
Don't
to
you
say
turn
that,
off.
You know, in this heat,
Stop
the
that.
smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you.
You can tell that. Look at him, proud as punch.
Okay.
Do you know what it's like, son, being the second smelliest town?
No, I don't.
Living in the shadow of Arseminster, those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
Not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Rillington
I caught that one.
saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Oh god, oh god. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No!
Strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
There we go, there we go, there we go. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the fume valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, this stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
Oh, that's not really a problem. Never sung in my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me.
Sir, are you okay?
I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know
No.
what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the
I want
Bannon.
Jeremy's like, what are we doing?
Oh man, what's the point?
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
No, Dottie.
Keep the fan on. Why does it keep turning off?
Are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
I'm watching you.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels.
What?
Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
I'll
Right.
try.
With a notable
Try.
blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Next section features a potentially controversial guest. Advance may request some censorship if he goes too off-topic. You've done a great job so far keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
It's the other way around. We don't know. We've got dingoes. We've got ringos.
I got dingoes! Flamingos!
I know the prices are mental. If you're boiling hot and you're thinking, I need to get cool, I need to get down to Neil's because we've got the aircon on. We're serving up ice creams to all the customers.
I got an E! I got an E!
With a cold. It's on the floor.
Oh, how we fallen from grace.
Every day. We've got crazy artificial paddling poles, ornamental paddling poles, big poles, little poles.
Anti-drone catching nets!
Well, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna drop them even further. We got rubber rings for pets. We got rubber rings for you. We got rubber rings for them. We got rubber rings for her.
Rubber rings!
Director? No. We got everything from pina coladas, lifeboat stuff.
Pina coladas!
We got men in silos. If you're
Men in silos!
ice sculpting, whilst the outside is boiling, we can let you sculpt.
They have everything!
Sculpt flagons. We can let you sculpt icebergs. Whatever the temperature is doing, we got a fan.
This is why we sponsor Crazy Neil. He's got everything. And he's got spirit. He's got sales potential.
Long hot summer deal steal.
Welcome back to your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests
They're being touched up.
with bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. See, I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological fourboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting.
Ah!
I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Oh, lovely!
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard.
Oh.
In the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. Take us seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking event.
I don't know what to do!
What do you think?
Come on, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hard. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say
Wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. A ginger tanner with a
Professor Pumpkin!
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once. Enough! Enough!
Oh my god!
Alex, cut. Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Now, you in the broadcast centre, Bozeman's little scapegoat, you listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody...
I can't cut to the ads!
We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen
They're
in
locked!
hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
Oh.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go! Before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny, lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Good. Right. Yes. You in the broadcast.
They're locked!
You in the broadcast. Alex, you listen to me. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of your machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape.
No.
The station does not negotiate with
You
terrorists.
can't make me!
You seem to know what to do.
Every single single thing that comes out of this studio.
I gotta put up propaganda.
Or but now, we're going to show the other side for it. For a bit of fucking balance. Like the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. One thing I don't like, I will not hesitate to start. by telling this man.
I'm just trying to keep my job, man.
I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
I got A+.
Raised living standards and are the envy of an increasingly jealous world. And with these newfound luxuries come new opportunities.
I'm gonna get murdered.
Of the team.
I'm gonna get assassinated for not playing the tape.
Everyone who has registered for a team membership card.
Wom 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 wom.
Lottery to win.
No tape. Throw it out the window. Throw it out the window.
Why wouldn't you register? After all, the
we're
team
propaganda machines, so we can keep our jobs.
Public services, and it's absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
What do you mean they didn't play it? Why the fuck didn't they play it? Alex, what the heck is wrong with you? You had a chance to make a real fucking difference.
Jeremy, calm down.
You fucking calm down. How long?
8 seconds.
Look after the team.
You.
And the team.
What's your name?
Andy.
Of course it fucking is.
Jeremy, put the gun
Of course her name is Andy, you bitch.
Welcome back to what's left of the National Nightly News. Our main story tonight. There is a fucking massive military blockade being set up around this country. We are surrounded and outgunned, as incidentally am I. Now I have asked for all the security doors to be locked, the studio doors to be locked, but security is on its way. So, I doubt we'll have much time. But while there is, let's try and do the fucking news. Our first guest tonight is Jenny. She works here in production, and earlier today she told me she put forward several news stories. Older viewers will remember those, but they've all been rejected. So tell us, Jenny, what's somehow less important than Barnum and Bailey's Amazing Shit Circus and Commander Pumplenuts, the fucking cat footballer?
It's Professor Pumpkin.
Really, Jenny? There isn't much time. There isn't much time. Come on, just one real news story.
I don't know. I can't think. I'm trying.
Christ! You haven't even taken into public ownership yet. I mean, might as well be run from Julia fucking Salisbury's no doubt immaculate kill room. And this gallant knight, in slightly shattered armour, is Andy. He's a CCO. What's that stand for, Andy?
Community Cohesion Officer.
And what does that mean, Andy?
Well, we aim to strive...
No, you utter prick. I mean, what does that mean?
Damn.
What is a CCO?
He's
What
taking
are
this
you?
personally.
Community...
Policeman! You're a policeman, a fucking policeman!
Yeah, that's what we used to be called.
Used to be? It was less than 2 months ago. What the hell is wrong with you all? Jenny, any recollections yet?
Nothing springing to mind.
All right then. Looks like you're in the hot seat, Andy. Exciting, eh? I mean, that's what you joined up for, wasn't it? Excitement? Is this your first hostage situation?
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty shitty you end up being the hostage, eh? Never mind. How many people have you arrested for not carrying or having their ID cards?
Well, firstly, we don't arrest anymore. We invite for consultation. And they're not ID cards.
Don't be a bell end all your life, Andy. You know what I mean. Answer the question.
Well, it shouldn't have to be a big deal to prove who you are.
Oh, you're guilty. You have something to fear?
Well, yes, actually.
How desperately naive.
Look, I'm just a police officer. CCO.
Just following orders?
Oh, come on, mate. That's not fair.
It was rhetorical. Jenny, ready to spill the beans yet?
Jeremy, please stop. I'm scared. Alex didn't even play your tape. This is pointless. It's over. Jeremy.
Oh, Lord. I need popcorn.
I was going to quit tonight. I had notes. See? I had notes. See? There's a recording. A VHS tape. A message from Disrupt. I haven't heard it, but I know what it's trying to say, and I wanted you at home to hear it. To listen to the other side and make up your own minds. But Alex Winston, who works in production, decided it was not for your eyes and ears. It was not for broadcast. Maybe Alex will play it after the next break. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow morning it will arrive in every major news broadcaster worldwide. But I wanted you to hear it first. to listen to what Disrupt had to say about this unreported country. Because Disrupt and I, well, we swapped places while I wasn't looking. They're now the ones investigating, looking for evidence, trying to make the world a better place. And me,
I think Jeremy's getting fired.
Interviewing Jeff fucking Algebra. What Disrupt have to say is important. You might not agree with all of it, but you should still hear it and make up your own mind.
I'm not doing more propaganda.
Disrupt. A credible source. Get more objectivity out of Alan fucking James.
Oh my god, are you being deliberately obtuse? Why can't any of you understand there's no such thing as a credible news source anymore? Aaron! Shit! Aaron! Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
He's bleeding. It's in his shoulder.
First aid! Whoa, we need first aid.
He doesn't need first aid, he needs a fucking ambulance.
Paramedics. There'll be paramedics for the security.
Unlock those doors.
No! Don't do that!
Jeremy, he's bleeding. He could die.
Yes, but if you open the door, that's a
How did you think this was going to end?
This is pure drama.
Why are you even here today? It's supposed to be your day off!
My date cancelled. I thought it'd be more fun to be here than moping around at home. Truth be told, I wanted to see you. Being annoyed with you is like wearing a comfy jumper.
That's the nicest thing you've said to me.
Let's not make it the last.
Right. All remaining cameras on me. In a minute, I'm going to ask Jenny to unlock the doors. No. Only Aaron, our cameraman, can get the medical attention he needs. I should imagine I get arrested for this. It wasn't a graceful. I had a speech.
Well, I said pop off, I didn't mean the gun.
I was meant to be resigning with a flourish of honour. A last hurrah. I was going to wish you all one last peaceful night. I'll see that happening now. Still, I want to have one last stab at the news before I go. You see, there's so much more we're not telling you. There's large groups of scientists, and they're testing something loud and something. What was that? I didn't see it over there. Why did
Don't shoot him. Stay back, please. Mr. Donaldson, you have 10 seconds to lower your weapon. If you do not comply with...
This is great news!
God,
10.
To the ads!
9.
Alex, cut to the ads!
7. 6.
God,
5.
Wait, put the gun down!
Just gonna cut? Oh, I missed so much chat. Hold on, let me catch up. Oh, I was enthralled. I was consumed by the drama. I like it when you swing. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Ba, da, 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 da. We got the panic. Ratings are going to hell. It was the poop tray. Jeremy looks like he needs more than a break. Did you lovely? What do you mean, did you lovely? Fight, fight, fight. Jeremy, what happened to you? I wonder how many takes I actually took. That's a great one. I wonder, like, being so serious like that, how do you not just start laughing? I don't think he's getting a promotion. Some nights are much more interesting than others. So true. You either die a hero, see a man's retirement from the newsroom, someone else's job, whatever that achievement was. What is that achievement? Hold on. Leave disrupts introduction to a different station. Yo, only 6.7% of people have that achievement, and I am now part of the 6%. Especially Jeremy's script, he is drenched. Oh. You bet they put a hose water on him. I've received my full wages. I'm a good employee. I'm not quite breaking even, but I'm moving up in the world. Sometimes you gotta look out for ME first. Disrupt doesn't like me. The government loves me. Channel 1 loves me. We're doing great. Our job is secure. Jeremy, I'm sorry, brother, but I need to secure my place in this world. And unfortunately, it does not involve you. You wake up still partly in shock from what you saw in the news. What you had to edit on the news last night. When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room. Oh no. I think I'm getting divorced. We were so worried about you last night after Jeremy, after everything that happened. I wonder what they'll do with him now. I can't shake the feeling. We saw that you chose not to play that tape, and I couldn't help but wonder why. I didn't feel like I had a choice. I think you did the right thing. I mean, it was a crazy situation, but playing the tape could have been really dangerous. You didn't realize how much disappointment with me to you. I have to support my son. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you're in an impossible situation and somehow you managed to make the right call. Only you were stuck in that studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did, and I'm proud of you. I have my wife's support. Fuck Jeremy, I got my wife's and son's support, that's all I need. I got my family. It's all a lot to take in. You're not sure you fully processed what happened, let alone what they think about. I'm exhausted. You don't know how worried you were about it, but as Charlie makes a stupid joke you'll laugh, you feel the tremendous tension break. You couldn't ask for better. I got my family's approval, that's all that matters. Sippy sippy. We got some OJ and milk on the juice, let's go. You're finishing up breakfast, Sam comes in with the post. We got a postcard from Susie. I hope she's having fun on her trip. So I've seen what feels like most of Urkistan. Really cool place, but so cool. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. Before you say anything, yes, you're right to make me pack an extra pair of socks. Next we got the train to Konislava, much warmer, and loads of beaches to enjoy. I could have stayed there forever, but I had to head to San Palmerino before it got too cold. And I'm so glad we did! We probably got 1 or 2 more stops before heading home, but I'll be home for Christmas, I promise! Love, Susie! One hell of a trip, worth every penny. Worth every penny. They don't even make pennies anymore, but it's worth every one of them. What we got now? The 20-week war? Hold up. I need to pedal. Hold up, be right back. Enjoy something, I don't know. Hum yourself a tune, I'll be right back. Forgot to mute. I have returned. Welcome. Hold on 1 second, my... Everything just like broke for a second. What the hell? All I did was sit down. What happened? Hold on, let me check the cords. I think... Oh god, I think it's the cords. Eh. There we go. Maybe if I don't touch them now, they'll be fine. Maybe. Maybe. I wonder how long until they stop making pennies. What, do you still have pennies? Because I don't have any pennies. They stopped making them here years ago. I haven't had a penny in years. What they... I mean, coins are still used for laundromats, parking, vending machines, plus corpos need the 99 cents. Yeah, here in the Canadias, we don't have pennies anymore. They phased them out. Gosh, I want to say like 5 years ago now. They don't make pennies anymore. You'll still find the odd penny show up here and there, and it's like, oh my god, it's like a unicorn. You know, you see a penny, you're like, oh my god, penny! But I think I still have a couple pennies somewhere, but I lost them. And now everyone still does the 99 cents, but it's like rounded up if you're paying in cash. If you're paying in debit, you still pay the pennies. If you're paying like electronic money, you still pay to the penny. But like if you're paying cash monies, you know, coins in your hand, dollar bills, they round up. So it's like, what is it? I had the mnemonic in my head. It's like 5, 6 round down, 7, 8 round up, right? Something like that. So yeah, it rounds to the nearest dollar, or like nearest 5 cents basically. So if it's 10.99, it's gonna be 11 even. If it's 10.46, you're gonna pay 10.45. Oh no, it was 6, 7 round down, 8, 9 round up. That's what it was. That was the mnemonic. I always had that in my head when I was working cash jobs, because I'd be like, okay. 6 and 7 round down, 8 and 9 round up. It's basically to the nearest 5. Lisa still have 5, 10, 20, and 50. We still have 5, 10, 25, $2 for coins. But no more pennies. No more pennies. No pennies allowed. Okay. Resume.
Just a heads up, we're expecting those troublemakers at Disrupt to attempt to hack the channel during the broadcast, so keep an eye on the interference screen and stay out of the orange. Let's keep the news on the air. It's important, now more than ever.
What is this? I got a laugh track?
So, Julia's team
What is this?
ask you to keep it light. What does that mean?
I'll be sure to give you all my pennies so you can be the coolest kid on the block. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They do know this is the news, don't they?
You didn't hear this from me.
I got like a little I got a boo! Woo! And a laugh track! And what is this? Is that my censor button now?
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the performing monkey.
We don't have any more fan. They took away our fan.
Just like you.
Can't believe they done this.
How are you?
Canned cooking! November, nightly national news. Alliteration. Itchy eyeballs. You're finally getting something out of this relationship. You're worth every penny.
5, 4, 3,
1.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land and sea again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Proud parents throughout the territory find themselves ever more impressed by the bravery and commitment of their incredible
I feel like we're just going
children,
full
and the job they're doing
propaganda
in keeping
mode.
Supply lines open against all possible odds.
Mhm.
Don't starve. Advance's food program moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record time, and the government's agricultural coordination strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity. And judging by the looks on this happy family's faces, it can't come a moment too soon. They'll be getting a good meal tonight on the government, just like the rest of us. 7 days to die. The recent decision to allow those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared an overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has been met with relief by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. The transition centres have reported larger than expected numbers, but report that they are coping well and able to provide a complete and meaningful service to all who choose to use it. Populace. More than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a team membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight. It's up to the other 89% of us to remind our tardy friends that not taking advantage of all the exclusive services available to cardholders is now, as it should be, absolutely criminal.
Damn, okay, now it's mandatory.
The SOC spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Mankipool. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. Community cohesion officers found themselves challenged by the unruly mob element always present at Disrupt events, but
I didn't know which picture to choose.
Incidents to a minimum. And finally tonight, our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former National Nightly News anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Pension Ridge Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still 18 months away, begin. Since being taken into custody 10 weeks ago in this very studio, little has been heard from our former colleague. Despite how things ended, we wish him the best, and we'll be sure to bring you all...
R.I.P. Jeremy, you are a real one.
But first tonight, with the war about to enter its 21st week, I'll be chatting with Peter Clement live in an exclusive team chat from his home in Lancashire.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh shit. Leave my waves alone! Leave them alone! Thank you.
Later in the programme, I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star Lil C, who's going to be treating us to a world premiere of her new
It's
single.
him.
And then after that, in part 3, we've got something new I promise you won't want to miss. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's coming to us through the magic of television all the way from his home in Landfordshire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister?
Loud and clear, Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Well, let's start with the obvious. What's that in your hand, Prime Minister?
Cheeky cow. But yeah, it's true. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning to feel the benefits.
It certainly looks that way.
They're trying to hack me.
As my old man used to say,
a promise is worth keeping?
But something like that, only with assholes.
So, I've heard from my sources that you and the illustrious Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right, we're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because, like you, Megan, I've always been a big fan of those warm foreign beaches.
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, no, that's a good question. Well, as you know, while the blockade has effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned, it just doesn't smell much like team spirit to me. After all, as my old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade.
I suppose it does.
Prime Minister, maintaining a healthy body like yours at a time of national crisis
Womp,
must
womp,
require
womp,
some
womp.
demanding
Get away from the
What's your regime
hacking.
and how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my infinitely patient
You
personal
can't
trainer.
hack
He's an
me.
out of the pan. I'm just the prat with the fat.
On that very subject, how are you and Mrs. C handling living on rations?
Well, let me tell you, Megan, back in the 50s, when I worked for you backstage for your Patrick Brannan's dad, did you know I did that?
I think everyone knows that, Prime Minister.
Well, what you probably didn't know was that Graham Bannon was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further. I remember he once docked me a whole fiver for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard. Anyway, what I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than I am now, even under rations.
Wrong button.
We all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of people in this country who can afford to lose a little bit of weight.
What are you implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question, if I may.
Oh, go on then.
When you get home from a long day, your head full of the territory's hopes and fears, what music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind off things?
Well, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for being an old fuddy-duddy, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there's something about Little C that just demands one's attention.
Well, let's hope you stay watching, Prime Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
Oh, I'll be watching. After all, as my old man used to say, everything's a treat on a boring Friday with nothing but the window you shouldn't.
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
I think the expression still stands.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. I don't know about you at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there.
Survival kit.
I know I feel safer. When we come back, Lil C is going to be giving us the debut performance of her new single, and I'll be getting to meet her. As her biggest fan, I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty excited. Don't
Yeah,
go away.
you're
We'll be
ready.
back after these messages. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi, it's Neil here with a pre-Christmas crazy Christmas deal. It's post-Christmas, it's pre-Christmas, it's all of the Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
It's all the Christmas!
Go, go, go! Come on down and pull a cracker. It'll go bang in your face and you'll take whatever comes out. Yay! Christmas pineapple on a tree. Take 2 baubles, take 3. We don't care how many.
I'll take 5!
Set fire to your Christmas tree. Set fire to your life. If you're thinking
Fire
Christmas
to your life.
blockade is getting you down, the stock might be low, but the prices are lower. We've even had to get crazy creative, and we've got specials on.
Get out of here, you're ruining my head!
Last, we'll need applause when the guest enters, and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Christmas dots. We got crazy Christmas dots in hats. We got crazy Christmas
Dots in hats! Head jumpers!
Don't feel down in the mouth. You can have a dog on a log. And remember, a dog isn't for life. It's just for Christmas to eat. It's a crazy deal at Crazy Neil's. We've got elves on trees. We've got trees on.
Neil, you crazy son of a bitch! Will be a snooze fest after Jeremy was taken. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. The chaos. It's calm. Num bumps!
Stick bums!
Stick bums!
Crazy Neil used to say to me, bang, bang, bang! She had to go, but I still love Christmas. Christmas without her is not the same, but I don't care, because I'm insane. Come on down.
Oh boy.
For your Christmas needs. Watch not included.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C! I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
My manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
Wow, is that healthy?
Oh, well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are.
Interesting.
Forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together, it hit shelves this summer and it just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really, it was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course, I mean the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
I don't want to know what's going on Monitor 3, honestly.
Wearing like nice underwear, you know, for the paparazzi, but as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So what's the album about?
So
I'm so focused, I'm not watching Monitor 3. We're not watching it.
It's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Look at the ratings though.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yep, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
What?
So soon, after the last one.
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview. See, this is called Cry for Help and it's going to be in all the best high street and retailer shops and it's out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Ooh. There she goes. Blimey. All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands of girls would do anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
Well,
I'm so focused.
You don't have to do this though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slaps me around the arse. I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I did. I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette. But then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practicing again.
She's so professional backstage. Heck yeah.
Yeah, which can be tough. And sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, "Make Quagler proud, and you might just survive childbirth."
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to sing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it,
So, it's called These
Oh my God.
Babies Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. You know what, it's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
All right then, well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't.
Lucy!
Whoa, so here is Lucy with an exclusive first performance of her new track. These babies gonna bring you home. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Force's favorite, the Queen of Teams, here to breaking your blockades, Lil C.
Oh baby, can't you see I'm hungry?
What kind of song are we broadcasting?
That's empty. I want that meat you're packing. Only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy. I got no agenda. Just want the team and me. No dirty foreign member. Don't stop.
podcaster!
Me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So let them try and break our dream. We fight and love and die a team. So what a Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy. I wanna see some action. So come and break my sanctions.
I'm so
I've been this wild and free since Mama burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, these babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy? And
just look at me.
my hair, rip off my clothes and dump them there. I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
I thought this was supposed to be a family channel. Nope. What is going on?
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will. I'd like to thank Lil C for doing that. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know.
Impey is looking respectfully.
And we're out.
Oops. I forgot to hit the... I was so shell-shocked I missed my cue.
Thank you so much for letting me do this. It really
These are
means a lot,
frightening
you know,
times.
to be able to promote
But you
myself
should
in such a
not be
mainstream
afraid.
I was in shock.
And you know what?
I don't know why. I didn't expect something like that after the nudist streaking.
All of the benefits of our new society. We are not a terror.
I'm suffering. Ah,
or avert our eyes at the
what is going on?
For we are brave and daring people, and we have come together in ways never before seen in the world.
Okay.
As a team,
Welcome, Doctor. I'm dying. I'm dying.
As a team,
I'm fading.
built world-leading scientific and cultural communities. As a team,
I hate to tell you this, but you're going to need all 4 sound effects buttons for this next section. Try and pick the most appropriate sound
Ah, shit, dude. I gotta improv. I had no choice in the matter. I thought we were a family-friendly channel.
turbulent time has been
I've never been family-friendly, but I thought this broadcast.
future. As a team, advance for you
Right away. 10
and with you.
seconds.
Hey,
Because
7,
we are you.
6, 5, 4.
5, 4, 3.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show we'll be treated to
Wait, I gotta press buttons.
and hilarious new segment.
I'm never graduating from Say So Tuber.
It stars some top talent, and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director, and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys.
Actually, I've dropped the algebra.
I go by Jeff the Plume now. How'd you like that?
Yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh.
It's shit.
And how does Angela feel about all this? Your wife. Your wife.
Ah! Oh, God, no. No. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy. You make hay while the sun shines. You wring every penny you can get out of this. So I wheeled him down to the transition centre, got out my typewriter and started clacking. Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Oh, notice board! Let's go!
Excellent, you're a natural. Keep it up.
What?
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh, morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh, Ray, it's those young louts. They've vandalized my shop again.
No!
Yes!
Wrong button!
They've written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar at closing time.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive members of the community. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock. See? Works like a charm.
Lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow! Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What? This one? Oh, so you're right. Here it is.
It's a letter to my granddaughter, Brenda. She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers? What's up, losers?
Oh, no! It's Brad. He's the coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We don't want any of your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What did you say? Tutoring?
That's right. Maths is very important. Would you mind, Ray?
Not at all.
So you, a young person, have been spending your time helping others and not just urinating on churches or huffing glue?
Hey, I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are and not on your actions.
No doy.
So it wasn't you who vandalized my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of a chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Could you speak up there? I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray. Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
Earthquake! Earthquake! Help! Help! What's happening? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board, but we are receiving some breaking news. I'm being told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be
Oh God.
What appear to be nuclear explosions.
Oh God. Oh no! We're time to go radioactive!
Initial estimates put the death toll into... they put them into millions. I'm being told we're experiencing some power shortages as a result, so apologies for the interruption. And apparently we can go live now
No,
to
people.
headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury any moment. Yes, let's go to that now. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world.
Never mind.
Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent. We have similar devices in 58 other urban centres and will not hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met in full and without delay.
What?
The people of our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade. You are to remove it immediately. We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territories will be taken under our control. We will install replacement governments to ensure that your citizens become part of the new future. Your borders are now our borders. Your people are our people. They will finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed. But for your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them.
Focus? You're not hacking me?
Allow me to be
Not this time. Maybe next time, gamers. We'll go full anarchy next time.
Shot at our territory or harm a single one of our citizens, we will not hesitate to detonate further devices.
We will not hesitate to sacrifice our own people that look superior.
Then no doubt you are already searching for them. Our technology is decades ahead of yours. We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms by midnight tonight. Thank you.
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So many of you may be surprised to learn that I have a brother. His name is David. And right now I
Get his stupid face out of my head. He's a researcher and he's currently travelling the continent for work. And I don't know where he is right now. And I should imagine
This
that there
got
are many
heavy
of you
real
sitting at home tonight
fast.
digesting this news, and you also have loved ones on the continent.
Yes.
In Urkistan, or Havia,
Yes.
or San Palmerino,
Sure.
or Konislava, which is where
Sure.
David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago. So when I tell you I know how you are feeling tonight, believe me, I do. But I also know that there's a flow to
Is that our country leader or the enemies? I think that was the country leader because it was Advance.
It feels like we may be in a time of fear
Advance was talking
and
to
darkness.
Disrupt,
We may actually be at the break of a new dawn.
being like, fuck off, Disrupt.
We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet, but together we will find out.
And Advance is like, we will detonate and kill everyone unless you meet our terms because we are a dictatorship.
Maybe we can all get to that brave new world. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
And we're out. I've got people ringing around. The telephone networks are overloaded.
Make the Notice Board's first show a success. Learn more about David Wolf.
Which cities were hit or...
Megan, the CEO of Remington. We will find him.
Oh no, don't cry, lady. Broadcast complete. I got some A's. I got an A. Ay. Not to derail, but this was the lady that wore the pretty devil dress, right? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I got a small bonus. Does that mean I got my full wages? I'm technically not negative. I'm going up in the world. Disrupt hates my guts. It's fine. We're just trying to live. We're just trying to survive a post-apocalyptic world. Oh, it's raining. The rest of your shift passes in a blur. With the same words going around and around in your head. Operatives working for Advance detonate nuclear explosives. Initial estimates put the death toll into the millions. My mouse just stopped working. Hold up. Turn off, turn on. There we go. You pull into the driveway with no memory of the journey home. The light in the TV room is on. Clearly, excuse me, someone is still awake. You find Sam sitting on the sofa. Take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. But they do reach up and take your hand in theirs. Now you're closer. You can see Sam's face more clearly. Chris and Susie, they're both... They dead. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. They fucking dead. What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Chris and Susie. And millions of others. All because of their fucking war. Which we never asked for. There is only fire. Pure raw fury. They're manic now. I hate them, Alex. I know you've always supported them. But after this, they're monsters. I need you to understand that. We're not gonna help them anymore. Nothing can justify what they did. Honestly, nothing can! Nothing justifies killing millions of your own people. With a nuke! Relief spreads over Sam's face and they collapse against you. You'll at least get through it together. I gotta go soon. I gotta go. We got one more segment to do and then I gotta skedaddle. Because I got doom awaited for me. Excuse me. Last week passed in a blur. Rest of things to do, but immediately forgotten. 9 days since the so-called Liberation Night and Advance's new future. You weren't the first ones at the church today. Everyone's here for the same reason, sharing the same pain. Your little girl, Susie, and Chris, too, both just gone. Sam has said little since that evening, clearly still in shock. Not that you could blame them, you haven't been much better. Some small piece of you can't help but wonder, are you partly to blame? Now, am I partly to blame for the propaganda? Or for letting them go out of the country? Because I mean, we could go full protective mode, like I saw the future and you're not allowed to go. It's a seemingly ordinary morning, but as you get into work, you find a small crowd gathered. When you go to grab your first cup of tea, you can't help but overhear some excited chatter. Another's gone missing now, but what's that bring the total up to? Over 100. Another professor went missing from Queensville. With all the other disappearances, scientists, doctors, researchers, it's clearly a disrupt targeting the people speaking out against them. What's going on here? Postman, I've told you before I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearances. Advance had been very clear there's nothing to worry about, which means they're not our problem unless they start classing cappuccinos as intellectual. I don't think anyone has anything to worry about. Oh, busted, burned, roasted by your boss. You are now a roasted coffee bean. Look between you and me. This leave it alone malarkey comes on from high. Comes from on high. It's out of my hands. So I'd appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further. Make sure the news is in line with that school of thought, yes? It gives you a pat on the arm and a smile. Okay. I'm still in the good graces. My job is still secure. I can still make the money. I mean, with Jeremy being fired and we only have one news anchor, I'm probably making a bonus, like extra money. I probably got a raise because now they allocated funds. You drum your fingers on the steering wheel impatiently as you wait for Charlie. He's happy. Guess what? What? So obviously the Cohesion Cadets is the starting point for becoming CCO, so we get a head start when applying for that. Well, apparently from next year, the top 5% of cadets will be taken into a special program to become CCMs. And guess who's gonna be in it? Great news, Charlie! I think a celebration is in order. Yeah, Soka! You know what? I support my son. I support Charlie. He's gonna be great. He's gonna spread the good wealth. Oh, I got throat bubbles. I got the frog moments. That was quiet. This is breaking news. Reports are coming in from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in flames last night as part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism. You drop your spoon. In addition to food stores, which government sources have said will put a strain on the universal menu centers countrywide, a number of CCO and civic buildings were targeted. Okay, now Charlie's gonna die. According to Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were extracted. Fortunately, the CCOs were all well prepared for an event like this, and disrupts appeared to be disorganized in comparison. While there were a limited number of fatalities, they were entirely compromised of disrupt terrorists, with only 3 CCOs reported injured. A significant amount of disrupt activities were arrested and incarcerated, awaiting transfer to a betterment center. Charlie walking to the... Anything interesting going on? Charlie watches in hushed silence. Everything's it's gonna be fine, bud. It's gonna be fine. I'll protect you. I protect. Get in my blanket. You're protected. This is the no harm my son blanket. You can't touch him. You can't do it. That's just not right. You can't do it. Can't see him. Invisibility cloak. Boom. Year and a half since liberation. It's been that long.
Can you hear me? Alex? Are you receiving?
Beep.
Come in, Alex. Can you hear the signal? Pick up. Alex, are you receiving? This is Alex James.
The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, you need help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
So?
So what?
How's it doing?
I feel like we owe it to him to do it once. Let's see what happens.
So's my nan, but she never misses her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
I killed my family.
Armed robbery.
I'll do it for them.
Double homicide at the same
The
time.
dad's killed my family.
She's right laugh.
Oh no.
I hope he's alright though.
I have to be right back real quick. He did say please. He was very polite. He did say please. Advantage did not say please. Just saying. Be right back. Alright. Time to play our last segment. Resume.
Your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody.
I got hair on my face. Stop that. Stop it. There we go.
Going in 5,
Blah.
4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National
Perfect timing.
Broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing has been heard from the missing journalist since the violent Disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Promising a healthy, nutritious diet designed to keep all citizens at peak performance, the menu centres used locally sourced produce for that farm-to-plate experience, without the need for spreading manure in your tighty-whities. Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories. As
I still got my buttons.
Countries join the new future. A survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of indivisions. Professors Whiff Piffle and Grantley Major said that their rigorous statistical analysis left them in no doubt that things are numerically better for everyone everywhere. So if you think you're feeling down in the dumps tonight, you're empirically wrong. Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory 1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate...
He did say the second break, right? For the disrupt tape?
efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out a series of ever more extreme attacks. When asked about Disrupt's future plans, inexplicably popular spokesman Alan James answered, "You won't have to wait long to find out." Thanks, Alan. Opaque as always. And an ending of sorts tonight for three.
He did say
stories
second, okay.
A fistful of dollars. After a highly profitable year, Remington's Fist today announced the opening of their new high-tech underwater corporate HQ. Astounding CEO Sophia Remington, pictured here, departing for the new HQ built using underwater...
They gave me really no choice, they were the same picture.
Windows everywhere, saves a fortune on aquariums. A happy ending there for Sophia Remington. Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child.
Same with this one.
The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sforsborg and Horgensward captured the hearts of people around the world. And after an arduous return voyage, which took over a year, the couple say they've never been happier. Baby Dante is said to be healthy, if a bit...
Dante? Like Dante's Inferno.
Town, seen here extolling the virtues of the nutmeg to his congregation of fanatics.
Are they not the same picture?
Johnny Hamsleeves has shocked the world by rebranding himself as the Right Reverend Holy John Love. The controversial preacher insists his followers make an annual pilgrimage to his bank from their commune in the grounds of his mansion, where daily services mainly...
I don't think I get a choice anymore.
All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangley Park.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Today is the day we take back control. Soon it will be time for you to help us again. Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
But first,
There, I did let his thing go through.
A fine leader and a great man. The start of tonight's program is dedicated to remembering and celebrating.
We're rebelling. We're gonna get arrested.
Patrick Bannon is live.
3-inch wide hidden object game.
Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick. We're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the... You join me here live from the what?
For a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed...
You're not Patrick Bannon.
Here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly. For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
Can I be neutral?
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just Job first hit our screens
Anarchy!
5 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago, moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker.
What if I do both?
But mostly a good man. This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity.
Oh, I guess I did more negative than positive. I was trying to be neutral.
Starting. You'll know when.
His accomplishments, the future he forged, the boundaries he pushed. To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Shall we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't!
Oi!
You two, come with me! Don't panic! Help us here, look!
You're hurting me!
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
Not resisting! Ah!
Okay, you two...
You stop! Not resisting!
Turn the camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off.
Look at me, look at me.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Damn, what the fuck?
Thanks for coming. You sit down.
No, I can't hear you. I'm from the National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here. Julius Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people. Justice demands a response.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you.
Fucking
This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Under fire!
People, territory, in the streets, the time has come. Stop violence, break windows, draw them out. They can't stop us all. Resist, distract.
Lower your weapons. Location secure. Lower your weapons.
What are you doing? Come on!
I said, please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the capital.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
That means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this. We'll be back after this. God, does anyone know?
Well, this is the first commercial break, right?
It's starting to work. People are coming out.
Crazy success deal! Mrs. Neal!
We need a lighter note!
Oh, I love money. Here, buy yourself something nice. Buy yourself something twice as nice. Buy yourself something thrice as nice. Get yourself down and take some money from Crazy Neal. Pamper yourself and spend, spend, spend!
Spend, spend, spend!
Got big thrones. Big thrones!
I think you're gonna lose your job? I think I am too. I think I'm gonna get shot. I think I'm gonna get unalived by advance. Anarchy!
We got tons of thrones. We got thrones to put in your hallway.
Anarchy! They killed my family. Anarchy!
No, thrones! 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 We've got
Listen, they were nice. They said please.
We've got gold-plated strawberries.
Did Disrupt shoot people? No. Security shot people. They were polite.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the ear for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
I feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah! Mrs. Neal, come and take this away and spend it!
I've done enough for you, Alex.
25 years in the biz, and it hasn't been better.
Alan.
Come on down.
I am Alex.
Gold!
Oh.
Welcome back to the
1 second, I got a phone call. I'm back. Sorry, I had a call. And I have to run to the other side of the apartment to take the call because the service in my room sucks. In my tiny room office.
National Nightly News with me, Megan.
I gotta pick your lane at my lane at some point. Well, my lane was to be patriotic until they killed my family. Until the Fire Clan attacked. The Fire Nation.
I love the notice board so much.
It's real. There, I said it. You know, people look at us and they say those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things.
Bent.
My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey, hey, hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera for.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been entrusted with something precious and that I should use that platform for good.
Yeah, I think that's really important, that we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many underprivileged children as I can.
You blew that one, Alex. You there. See if you can get a message to...
Better access to education, or reducing child poverty.
Oh, no, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many
Well
children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
That's a lot of children.
Bedroom, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
Oh, they're Northerns, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Okay.
Only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way before.
And I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable, then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
Oh, I missed my cue!
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course. Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has defaced...
You might as well try and get the go code out, Alex. Some of the cells know the location. We need 3 boos for the next 3 sound effects. 3 boos in a row. Please. Lives depend on it.
I don't know what you just said.
Heavy.
Ha! They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
You missed it.
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to move it.
Oh, you're fucking us, Alex.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
Why
woman.
won't you help us? We're outnumbered, we're outgunned. What's wrong with you?
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hi!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil.
3 boom sound effects in a row.
The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
My God!
Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature. But really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate.
Oops.
Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But
Oh,
I
my
know
stomach
someone
does a
who
rumbling.
does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
Incapable of staying, choosing sides or staying on a single one. Shut it! I'm focused on the program.
It's thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
That damn ferret has struck again.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning, so don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
Alright, I'm leaving it on a cliffhanger because I gotta go, because I gotta go to my dentist of doom. I gotta go to the dentist, so I gotta get ready and dress. So sorry we couldn't finish the segment. It went on a lot longer than I expected it to. I thought I'd be almost done by now. I forgot how long the segments are. But we'll continue this next time, okay, gamers? Alright. I hope you enjoyed the chaos. Brace yourself, Impey. Get out of here! Get out of here! Go to bed! Alright. Thank you all for coming! Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, nights. Enjoy your sleep, Jen. I know. I got a throat bubble. And I'll see you next time. Alright, you guys take care. Try not to cause too much anarchy. No more nukes, okay? No setting off some nukes over there. And we'll see you with more screeching next time. Bye bye!